Hello, I am Ami, that intuitive at Let Me See What We See. Thank you for listening, allowing me in your experience. Today's focus I like to give here is healthy self-esteem, ability to love self. Healthy self-esteem, ability to love self. Following the conscious breathing exercise, the quickest mindfulness meditation, being current. By consciously using that breath and aligning into the neutral state of your beingness. So let me see what we see this season. I am featuring the body-mind relation awareness. Picking the information from the Dr. Mona Lisa, who is a medical doctor, neuroscientist, psychiatrist, PhD. She's also a medical intuitive. What is that? Is that read the energy in person or in distance and identify the flow that causing the issues guided into unhealthy environment in the physical body. She's been practicing as a doctor at the hospital in Maine for over a decade. And through her practice as a doctor with patients and also her own study about the brain, she organized these findings as a study of relationship with body and mind relatedness. So when we treat the physical body for having some medical needs, we also need to give a focus on mind, what we think in related physical issues, so that both approaches would help us completely heal as a human being. It's a complex human being system, as we have also mind and also feeling, of course, in this physical body. It's important to treat as a whole person when we approaching into better and becoming more fulfilling experience in our everyday life. And each part of us influence one another. Let's say that when we have any physical symptoms, it easily influences your feeling, mood, and that is also easily guided our mind, what we think in the negative outcome or depressive direction, just because that physical body is giving you a sensation which is opposite to a healthy being. So knowing about that relation between body and mind, so that healthy mindset is also helping the physical in healthy alignment. So here I am sharing Dr. Mona Lisa's study about each part of our body and the way we think about relate to each part of us, one by one here, to learn about that relationship so that we can become more aware of what's happening in our mind and the feeling, and then that influence in the physical body or vice versa. Because when we are so busy, occupied with the work and gotta do, following the action list and checklist and done, accomplishing those list items at the end of the day, such a satisfying feeling that list give us. I'm a big fan of the creating a list at the work, and it's leading us to just do it, and then feel satisfied to accomplish the goal. However, sometimes we put ourselves in the lower priority, let's say like eating good or having a good sleep, and continuing that patterns of everyday weekdays, and the weekend is gonna be so tired, or we got to make a balance out of how we dedicate the each day activity. As long as we can become aware of that, and it's easier for us to adjust the balance. However, if we don't see, we don't see. And here is the time I would like to share for yourself, and I truly appreciate you taking the time for yourself, because I'm a believer that you are the most important person in your life, no one else but you. And treating yourself as a VIP and getting to know about you, growing you, changing you, enhancing you, as to catching up as a server for your own VIP. Listening to your voice inside, true voice, listening your heart, your mind, and your physical body, perhaps sending that sign. And exercising to having that observer self, noticing what's happening in you, is one of the things that I did and built the muscle for myself in the most one of the greatest things that I've done for myself. Why? Because we only can do that for ourselves, and we have the power to do that. It's the personal power to support our best possible beingness, to create more joy and happy and success for everyday life experience. So today's focus I'd like to give from Dr. Mona Lisa's Mind Body Makeover card is healthy self-esteem. Healthy self-esteem, which is the ability to love self, ability to love self. Stay tuned for that affirmation, the healthy thought, and there's no room for us to become aware what's happening, resonating or non-resonating to that area, and how that focus would reflect, influence other part of our well-beingness. As a person, as a professional, as a woman, as a man, as a leader, as a worker, as a father or mother, or as a son or daughter, or as a lover or friend. So let us do the conscious breathing exercise to connect to natural, neutral self, mindfulness state here now together. I highly recommend you to relax and get your favorite drinks if you are connecting here with me at the end of your day, and you may want to have some glass of wine or maybe a bottle of beer or just scotch, whatever that you feel like to get relax. Just to treat yourself with your favorite drinks, and that also would help to recognize the physical state of beings when we connect each part of us, like a non-physical part of us, our mind, our intuition, or our feeling emotions, and here now aligning into the physicality as whole person, as you. So I'm having a green tea actually. This is a new crop of the green tea leaves. I just participate in the harvest, and it's just a fresh, delicious vitamin C, less caffeine, and it's so delicious, soothing. So just treat yourself with a favorite, and then comfortable position finding in your space. If you were sitting on the couch, like one of these, like a little cushion bothers, and then find some comfortable spot. It's really important. If you clothes getting your attention too tight or too loose, just adjust it to comfortable, and open your eyes and to relax and connect. Allow my voice guide your attention. Energy moves where attention is given. Consciously given our attention, 5% of our system, 95% is subconscious and conscious. So let us use this few percent of our consciousness together to fully energizing our beingness, connecting each part of us with the new energy intaking through the breath from the nose, and circulate the oxygen inside of our body into the lungs, and then bring it down to the stomach. Imagine the balloon is inside of your stomach, and make it bigger as much as you can. Hold it as long as you can, and let that out slowly from the mouth, and releasing all the oxygen air, along with no longer serving whatever the energy, memories, people, event that doesn't serve your creation here for the next. So we do this 3 times with open eyes, wide awake. Allow my voice guide, okay? So let us take a long, deep breath. Counting 3, 1 from the nose. Go. Feel the lungs, stomach, balloon inside of your body. Imagine that. And breathe when you intaking the air from the nose, which part of your body is getting your attention? Do you notice any tensions from particular part of your body, or not really, non-resonating? You are open your eye, capturing some particular item in front of you. Just to notice, and then back to engaging with the air and circulate the new energy you're intaking from the air all around you, inside of your body. And notice that new energy is coming into entire body, circulating, and then push slowly out from the mouth with no longer serving energy. Alright? So let's do the second time. Counting 3, 1 from the nose, go. 2, 3, hold it. The last one with a silence. I would like you to choose that one happy anything, people, event, memories, plan, something that bring your heart amuses, something that bring your smile. Choose one thing, anything, from memory, from the future or here now, and give your attention, give your energy to that particular chosen element and embody it. Feel that feeling. How do you feel in your chest area, your heart? And bring that energy to your face. Just notice that feeling and embody that chosen element. Joy, excited, loving, happy. So then let us take that resonating energy all around you as the air surrounding space. Bring it in from your nose to the lungs, both sides, and in entire body, and circulate it. And feel that feeling that you chose. And let that out slowly from the mouth, along with no longer serving energy with the sound. Let us use the vocal, saying the word out, and completely. When you listen your voice with your ears, and that is the cue to extend that feeling inside of you and push that out, no longer serving energy from that past with that voice. Okay? It's gonna be fun. Enjoy the observer self-observing entire process, okay? So let us take a long, deep breath, counting 3, 1 from the nose. Go. Thank you for taking the time for yourself, breathing consciously, aligning into the mindfulness state, being current, here, now. The quickest meditation. I'm Ami, the intuitive energy management advisor. How you feel? You feel a little bit of connection, open to yourself? If so, which part of you? Just notice and update. Because we are changing all of the time, being part of that universe. And one of the scientists was sharing his findings. I think that was a TED Talk or similar one of these presentation sharing of the findings, that he calculated that changes the amount that each human being is experiencing in a day. So according to his calculation, that we are changing about the 7% of our beingness by inhaling and exhaling. Of course, that during our sleep we do that, unless otherwise unable to sustain as a human being. So inhaling and out, just think of that as an effect of intaking and exhaling, and the air connected to the earth, connected to the universe, the sky, that we see the crowd moving, passing above us, and that is also the air. It's moving, right? And the sun is moving, the earth itself is moving. So the changing, the air above us is moving. And we inhaling and exhaling, we are inhaling and exhaling different air around us, being part of the changing, moving universe. And as a biological point of view, that 7% of us, which is about the one arm portion of the one arm, is the 7% of our entire body. It's changing. Amazing. So the 7% and 10 days, which is 70%, it's the simple math. So it's the 15 days, and then it's more of 100% in some level changing. We admit it or not, it's just the being part of the changes happening. So no longer the same. And the question comes down to, where is the memory stored in this physical body? That's still a mystery, and the scientist is studying about the theory to where we store our memories in that cellular memory. That's another story, but I'm fascinated to follow this scientist study. And another simple thing is that our body, physical body, is made of water, over 85%. There's some different numbers, but around above 80% is made of water. And the water is influenced by the energy or the any kind sound energy or symbols or any form of energy. So when we put ourselves, our physicality into harmonious, beautiful, wonderful energy all around us, and then we resonate in the same vibration as and being part of oneness. So that's a scientific proof from that point of biological approaches to see what can be possible to intentionally changing our beingness when we are challenged to particular issues. And you know what? It's all about not or good. It's not good or bad. It's about know the both side and how we manage the energy. And again, energy goes where attention is given. So where we give our attention to, it's going to create that more of what we are giving attention to. So the problem is always there as long as you are finding the problems. And solution is also, possibility is also there. And the question is which choice we manage using our personal power. The personal power is to become aware and choose to give our attention to. So no need to grow intentionally problems more and more. However, when you notice something is out of hand, perhaps that our subconscious is engaging to that particular area from the discipline, from since our childhood, the belief system, the way we think in a particular way is challenging us, still created when we are 3 years old, still maybe walking actively to challenging our adulthood newly developed way of creating. So our job is to become aware of that part of us and one by one to update and adjust to better alignment. I guess that's what life's work, or to feel as a work or something that we enjoy doing, that to getting to know more about you, about self. And I am providing that space and tools to work on ourselves and support one another to become more aware of what's in our mind, body, emotional body, and how we can manage, utilize all this part of us as a whole, one growing person to create the better next. As an online class, it's a self-development discovery and build a muscle to observe what's happening about you. That's one of the most important muscle that we need to do this type of journey, knowing about self. So I provide that as an awareness stretching workout exercise at online class. If you're interested in, please sign up for the invitation list going to www.livewithclarity.com, livewithclarity.com. And I send you an invitation when I start the next class to exercise and observe ourselves and provide a tool to observe each part of us, non-physical energies, and to express that with the wording. Communication is everything to connect with others, to create that more oneness, extending based on what bothers, what matters to your heart most, what aligns to your passion and mission, and the spirit sakes, the soul's urge to resonance in your very earthy, creative experience as a person. So today's focus I would like to give is the healthy self-esteem. Healthy self-esteem from Dr. Mona Lisa's Mind Body Makeover card. The positive thought, healthy thought, is when my mind and heart are aligned, what I have to say reveals genius, genuine integrity, which makes people want to listen to me. When my mind and heart are aligned, what I have to say reveals genuine integrity, which makes people want to listen to me. Unhealthy thought is what I have to say rarely matters. What I have to say rarely matters. This is coming from what I have to say doesn't matter if I say or not. It's not that important. Are you familiar with that state? That's a negative thought, unhealthy. And this is related to the healthy self-esteem. What is healthy self-esteem? What is healthy self-esteem is? According to Dr. Mona Lisa's definition of that is the ability to love oneself. How do we learn to appreciate and have compassion for all that we are? That's what the key for the healthy self-esteem. The self-esteem is many different areas, and she organized them for 7 areas according to the energy centers on our physical body. The first area is physical desirability. And the second, financial prosperity. The third, job skills. Fourth area, nurturing ability. Fifth is communication skills. That's what today's focus is. What I have to say really matters. This is the communication area, the self-esteem in the fifth emotional center. When my mind and heart, mind is the head, what we think and what we feel, what I feel are aligned as one, what I have to say reveals genuine integrity that makes people want to listen to me. So it's the engagement of what you feel and what you think as one, and then when you say it, people, when you say it, that makes people want to listen to me instead of it doesn't matter. So this is the fifth, communication skills. And then the sixth is the third eye, it's the forehead area. Personality and intellect. Personality and intellect. Seventh is the spiritual connection. Spiritual connection. It's possible to have high self-esteem when it comes to appearance and sexual appeal. But if we feel we are stupid and unemployable, we are likely to suffer from the effects of low self-esteem, which leads to depression, anxiety, and poor health. Thank you, Dr. Mona Lisa. This is so true that sexual appeal and appearance in a confident, high self-esteem. However, the inside of us, that job skill and nurturing and communication, these are all important part of us to feel that healthy self-esteem, ability to love yourself. And all the love is coming from self-love. Without it, it's very hard to love others. Can you imagine that if you have a lover and she or he said, I love you, I do love you. You are wonderful, you are smart, you are beautiful, you are handsome. However, if you are hard time loving yourself, and can you accept these people loving the energy towards you? I doubt it very much, So even if you're surrounded by people who love you, until you love yourself, it's hard to feel that love, accepting, living with love, and giving your love, and sharing, being in the loving community in your life. Does that make sense? So, and that self-esteem is the good start to love yourself. Instead of punishing yourself, there's many reasons that we would be guided into punishing ourselves, as if you are perfectionist in a good way. Sometimes that strong energy is punching into you, like, I could have done this better way, and I could have done that, and then your focus is all stay in the past that is unable to use the personal power. You cannot do anything what already happened. But the future is possibly you can use your personal power in a practical way. So get that lessons and head out of there and be in here now for the next step. That's how we want to manage your personal power and the energy that you are creating, being noted by your conscious self. So the healthy self-esteem, body-mind relation, that if you resonate to noticing that, well, I want to say that, but well, I have to say, it doesn't matter perhaps, so I just shut my mouth up and just to go with the flow. These kind of tiny choices piles, and seems to be our everyday life is created by these little tiny pieces just one by one, as in a dust, open the window, and then the air comes in, and dust is coming in, and piles and piles. Eventually, we need to wipe up to clean up everything. It's the same thing. It's just that unconsciously it piles regardless of you like it or not. So when you notice that resonance to that moment, especially important or not important, but there's an hesitation, you noted it, and here is the opportunity to affirm, rewrite that healthy thought that you are important part of the community, and what you need to say does matters, regardless of what other people accept it or not. That's their business. Your business is to express in a way that your mind and heart are aligned. What you say reveals genuine integrity, which makes people want to listen to me. So build that way to communicate. The communication is the skill. And sometimes that when you just the idea or mind or just the mouth, the word just coming out without thinking, without feeling, just as a reaction to particular situation is the whoops. If there is a big rock, and then even without thinking, you just jump off, and to avoid that kind of thing. It's just a subconscious way of speaking up. That's really unhealthy. If you are piled with the not much thinking, but just a routine as a greeting, and doesn't have much meaning to the word, that can be a cause of creating that unhealthy dynamic. So it's good to become aware of what you say is really what you mean. Recapture in your own personal power and the ability to communicate. Use the power of the word, and notice, exercise, observe yourself. What you speak is reflection of your heart and the mind and integrated energy, and the word is delivered to their blended formula. There's always a lessons and better blending. So let us become more aware of healthy way to communicate, embodying that healthy self-esteem, the ability to love yourself. I'm Ami, the intuitive energy management advisor at Let Me See What We See. So please sign up for the invitation list for my online workout exercise to build the muscle to observe yourself, each part of you, and learn more about you together. The website is www.livewithclarity.com. Livewithclarity.com. Look forward to walking out with you. Until then, you have a wonderful creation and live with clarity. Thanks for listening. Bye.